Okay, Virgo, this is going to be your reading. If you are new here, I'm just letting you guys know. If you're not new here and you have been here for a while, this is not going to be a channel where I am uploading, you know, 3 Virgo videos a week and stuff like that. I do wait until the message is ready and do wait until my energy is ready to record a video, because I am a very sensitive person, so I do have to be in a good mood, or my creative endeavors just will come out all kinds of wonky. Okay, so just FYI, if you are looking to join this community, just be aware of that. Okay, Virgo, the first card out is ignoring. So you're having to obviously ignore something, and like it really doesn't exist. Ride the wave, not let it bother you. It kind of feels like you're parasailing through something, or you at least need to. You need to just be calm about it. Too busy with it. I think you need to look at the brighter side of things. This could be a situation where it is not a good situation. It is not your ideal situation, especially if it's a situation where you have to ignore it. This could be with the space that you're in. This could be a person. This could be any of those sorts. I hope it's not about rain. Okay. Travel. Okay, you could be wanting to move. This could be a situation where maybe it's a situation where you do need to travel. May not always mean that you're actually going somewhere. It could be going somewhere for some Virgos, but I do feel like you may need to be a situation where you need to continue to maybe gather yourself. Maybe a situation where you have to escape, you want to escape, you need to take a break. Make sure you're taking your breaks. Safe situation where it's work or something like that, make sure you're using PTO. Don't work yourself to death, Virgo. We know that you will. We may like to make your money and stuff like that, but you know, just take your time here with this situation. Look at that. It's reflecting. At least you need to. This is a situation where you may need to. You may need some personal time. You may need to take care of yourself to deal with the situation with this person or whatever it is that you're dealing with. You may need to find ways to collect yourself. It is definitely, it is drizzling just a little bit. I definitely think there is some clarity coming with the situation here, so I don't think you're going to have to wait too long. You may have been in your head over analyzing, stress, obsessing over this situation, thought and how it's going to work or how you're going to get out of it. But I definitely, like I said, with it starting to rain here, and it's been raining for the past couple of days, I do think there is some clarity and understanding coming. So I don't think it's going to take much longer. I don't think it's going to be much longer in the situation. But to just kind of make time, you know, perceive that it's going a little bit faster, or to make time speed up, if you believe in quantum physics and physics, then you may need to, you know, ride the wave and ignore this stuff, and just kind of, almost like with the travel here, create your own reality, find a way to escape. If you have to, then you got to. Okay? Top blocking, this could be a situation where this is a situation where it is like just the epitome of hell. You know, it could be a workplace. Maybe you're working somewhere. Maybe you're having to deal with somebody where you're just like, oh my God, I cannot fucking stand this motherfucker. You feel what I'm saying? But, and you may not be able to stand a Leo. Maybe it's a Leo. Maybe it was a situation like this, but I feel like, even though this could be a job where you work, this could be somebody that you just don't like where you work, but it's like, you know what, you're looking for a new job, you're trying to do something new, you're trying to leave the situation, but you're just not able to right now. So whoever this cock blocker is, whatever the situation is, kissing ass, could be somebody who's just annoying, and you can tell they just don't like you. You can tell that this person is just flawed, and any way they could be flawed, they are. Okay? Anyway, you could just be stupid, you got it, you know. And this is kind of, I hate when it happens, the epitome of this person, but you don't have much longer. So just, you know, just hold on. Running. What is running? Maybe you want to go to the beach. Maybe you're just thinking about a time when this is just all over. Dust it off. Yeah. Dust it off means maybe you just really do just feel like a situation that you really just, you know, you're just tired of. And there's not really no other way to put it. really just tired of it. You really just want to maybe, like we already said, get rid of it. But we want to read the tarot to get a little bit more information about the situation and person. Definitely look like I need to put the umbrella up, but maybe I'll be inside and go to the front porch by the time the rain really starts to kick up. I'm not even gonna walk through. I'm just gonna walk around. Honey, I'm not trying to wait to dry up in any means necessary. All right, let's go. Page of Wands, like I said, something new and exciting is coming. A new adventure is coming. I don't know why the metaphor of a hike or a journey is always something that I just look at life like that, and this feels like you found a new little pathway. Feels like you're about to find a new little, on your journey here, you're about to find a new little pathway, about to take a little detour. Feels like somewhere where you may find a little spring of water, somewhere to relax. Feels like you're about to hit that place of peace. Eight of Swords, yeah, maybe a new pathway for this anxiety. Maybe you are a little scared right now where you are. Maybe you're like, oh my God, is this not going to be good? Is this whole hike, whole journey, is this whole situation, is my whole time here going to be terrible until the end? But I feel like you've been getting, and maybe you have been getting, little glimpse of hope, little glimpse to help you, little aids, little messages, little guides. Maybe you got a little extra pay, extra on your check. Maybe this person didn't come to work today, something like that. You know, just little aids on the way. This is what this is about. Five of Pentacles. So these are your three major energies that we're going to tap in. This is the major energy that we're going to tap into. If I can just pick the cards up. Let's get them like this. Ooh. I'm struggling. Okay, so we have a Page of Wands, Eight of Swords, Five of Pentacles. Yeah, I just don't feel like you feel good right now, Virgo. I feel like you just don't feel good about the situation, this place, this person. What's this Page of Wands here for, Virgo? Look at that, Temperance. Maybe this is the new journey too. Maybe this is the new path, the new journey, new way. Maybe there has been a lot of obstacles, or maybe you have been standing your ground. Even though you don't like this place, even though you don't want to be here, you still have been doing your best. You still have been showing up. And I feel like because of that, this is something new here is coming in. Clarity is coming in. Messages is coming in. Because the page can be a message too. What is this message here that's going to aid Virgo in this place where they're just not happy, feeling lack, having a lot of anxiety? You know, you guys are ruled by Mercury, so y'all deal with a lot of anxiety. Look at that, a message from a woman, a conversation from a woman, a conversation you have with a woman about something. Could be a fire sign here. What is this message that's coming in for Virgo to help them? Ace of Cups. Maybe you got a little nudge about your confidence. Maybe you've seen something or have improved in seeing that something is better, something is not the worst. You know, things can get a little bit better. Things don't always have to be the worst. Even I'm in this terrible situation has gave you a little bit more hope and gave you a little bit more clarity. Three of Swords can be clarity. Just gave you a little bit of glimmer of hope, which kind of heightened your vibration just a little bit and opened up a little bit more doors and made time go a little bit faster and made you actually feel a little bit more optimistic about getting out of this situation. Like, you know, there's something that you heard, something that you saw, some proof in the pudding that you got that was like, okay, you know what? I am gonna get out of here. This ain't that bad. I can survive the rest of this because I don't got that long. Look at that. Three of Pentacles. Something working coming together with a Four of Pentacles, which to me right now feels like stability and grounding and security in whatever it is. It could be a job, you could be wanting a new job. Maybe you get a message from someone who says they're looking for somebody, you know, exactly what you're looking for. Maybe you get a comment on your YouTube page that shows, okay, cool. Maybe you get, you know, you get an interview, maybe something like that. Whatever it is for each person, it may be different. The Hermit, Virgo. This feels like this was whatever it was just for you. I'm gonna use my other deck right quick. The rain is starting to come down, so I do want to try to not speed through it, but just get as much information as I possibly can. Very diligent, okay? And that's maybe where you are right now. Maybe you need to get as much information as you possibly can about where you want to go, the next thing that you want to do. If you do want a new job, what kind of job do you want? What hours do you want? You want to work inside, outside? Do you want to go back to school? Whatever this is, I think you just need to get very clear on what it is that you want to do, so you know exactly where you need to go to get there. All right, anything else for Virgo? That could be the message, but we're going to see if anything else comes out. Three of Swords keeps popping out, so anything else for Virgo? Doesn't really feel like y'all really are talking about other people, like y'all really care. This feels like you're in a situation that you just really don't want to be in. Queen of Cups, this is the mother. She receives. This is probably to me, maybe one of the queens closest to the Empress, just because it's just double water, so it's just extra feminine energy. Where the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Swords is like water and air, water and fire, which are like masculine elements. Seven of Wands, stay guarded, stay true, don't slip, don't let it slip, don't let your vision slip, don't lose hope, don't lose focus. Don't let little obstacles deter you from what it is that you want to do. You have to keep your eye on the prize. You got to be strong, honey. Seven of Pentacles, and you do need to do a little bit of research, planning, looking at your stuff, looking at the things that you created already, looking at your crops. You know, maybe you've been a little bit too hard, maybe you've been a little bit too analytical on yourself, maybe a little bit too Queen of Swords about the things that you've been doing, and maybe you can give yourself just a little bit more grace, and maybe you already know that, so this is just confirmation. And last card is the Six of Swords. When you mentally move forward, when you mentally have some ease about the situation, more opportunities come, okay? So Virgo, that is your reading. Like, comment, and subscribe.